T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars Elite Series Disney Store exclusive premium action figure 12-inch Darth Vader. Here is the packaging right here. It's kind of plain and simple. Good enough so you can just see the figure inside, and when he was in here, it did look awesome. And yes, as you can see by all those twisty ties, it was difficult removing him. I had to cut several strands of yarn right there. Here is the bio right here. Here's some stuff, and if you can't read that, here is the bio right there. These things are normally $35 in the US, but right now they're on sale for $20. So, man, right off top, I want you to see that this thing is huge. That's what she said! But here is a 6-inch Marvel Legends action figure, and when you paying $20 for something like this, and then you pay $20 for something like this, I could tell you right now, this is 100% completely the most satisfying money I have spent on a toy. Like, I have no regrets 100% at all, because this thing is awesome, especially for $20. Even if I would have paid $35, it still would have been worth that. Man, when I start getting into this, I don't know how Disney Store is capable of doing it, but the prices of their stuff is very reasonable, and I keep trying to tell people, it's just amazing. I don't know how they can keep their costs down, because if Hasbro sold something like this would probably be like $60 in Toys R Us or even friggin' Walmart. And they'd sit on the shelf and nobody would buy them. But, man, this thing is awesome to me. Number one, it has a full-on cape right here. And not only does it have the full-on cape, but he has like the under cape right here, or cloak right there. And not till I had this in hand and did this, did I realize how much Kylo Ren looks like Darth Vader. Like, you never see this on Darth Vader because his cape is constantly down covering him. You're never able to see like the wind blowing on him or anything, because he's typically not the person fighting in the battles and whatnot, just so you can see the wind blowing on his cape and all that. But, man, so many intricate details. Like, they painted everything sculpted and molded is painted in right there. Every one of these buttons is painted, and that is awesome. Like, with the regular store retail release, something wouldn't have got painted, and that's very unfortunate. I like the way, I don't even know where to start with this toy. Let's start with the head. Here is his face / head. You can see the details right there. They did put some silver right here. I'm not sure how much. Darth Vader was pretty much all black besides a dab of paint here or there. Now the eyes, or the visor right there, is not transparent at all. But neck articulation that he has, his head can swivel around like this, look up about that much, not really down much at all. And the weakest thing about this figure is probably the head. It comes off very, very easily. It's just a solid piece right there. And when I take this off, it makes it feel cheaper than everything else about the toy feels. But there you go with that. There's a ball right here. I thought it hinged and moved, but it does not. So basically, it's reliant on you moving this, or that long neck part, on top of that ball. And as you can see, the chain is attached to the cape. It would be what's keeping the cape on him, but I didn't separate. It's a little thin thread right there keeping the cape connected to this. In fact, I didn't take some of those thin threads out of the back of the cape. They were connecting this like right here like that when I first took it out of the box, but I wanted to separate it because so it can look more Vader-like. shoulders. These shoulder plates hinge up right there. They don't feel like it's gonna come off. I bet it would if I mess with it too much. But it allows the arm to go completely out to the side. And there are 2 points of articulation at the shoulders. And as you can see, this material is very flexible and gets right out of the way. Well, I say 2 points, but it's really more than that. So the arm can go forward pretty much. I don't think I ever tried to make him reach completely up, but I can. It's not tearing. It's like, I don't know what they made this out of or what this is made out of, but it is very bendable and flexible because he just basically has an action figure body underneath this, sort of like G.I. Joe. And there is like a sort of a butterfly movement right there. You don't get much out of it pose wise because you can't really notice it, but it is there. He does have bicep rotation. I don't know if you saw that already. And it does have a nice diaphragm joint, so he can move very naturally. Not only does it have the diaphragm joint, like, I can't really tell where it is. It's at the mid body right here, mid abdomen. He also has one down here in the waist too, so all types of movement like with that right there. And I believe right here at the waist it does rotate, but the outfit does hinder that. He has double jointed elbows, which is cool. He has like a universal joint in the wrist, so the wrist can hinge in, but the way the gloves are sculpted, they don't go out too much, but it is a universal joint, so that's 3 points right there of articulation. The legs, this does flex and get out of the way enough for him to kick that high and keep it, but it does go higher than that. It does have thigh swivel, and he can kick out that much without being hindered by the outfit. The knees are double jointed as well, which is cool. This is on top of this cloth right here, which is cool. And he also has universal joints at the ankle again. So the feet are, and I can't tell where this is bent at, the universal joint. The feet are capable of kicking up a little bit. Well, make that a lot when I have it bent the right way, so that is cool. And they can kick down. He also has a joint at the toe, which is cool. So as you can imagine, this thing is very poseable. Here is his widest stance with both feet flat on the floor. Glenn Webb. He has this force choke hand right there, and the lightsaber holding hand right here. And let's get into the lightsaber. The lightsaber is decently detailed. Now, the paint could possibly be better because that silver looks like it's wearing off right there. This is a hollow plastic piece right here, which is cool. It has the hook for when you want it to be powered down, but instead of using this as the actual powered down lightsaber, they actually packaged in another powered down lightsaber right there. The buttons and whatnot are not painted a different color, which could be looked at as unfortunate. He does have a lightsaber holder right here, so he can hold that right there for when he's not wielding the lightsaber, which is definitely cool. He has a couple more accessories, but let me just show a few other options. Like, I have the cape back like that, but of course the cape is huge and still capable of like wrapping around him if you want. And let's get into those other accessories. He comes with 2 relaxed hands right here. I have not put them on him because there really is no use in these. I mean, I guess you could have him piloting something, but I don't know what he would actually... He could just be gently guiding the Force with this hand or whatnot. I don't know. And they did give him 2 extra cuffs, so I guess if you lose these, because I do not see the difference at all. Let me attempt, before I end things, let me attempt to put those other hands on him. Getting the hands off with this, it's difficult. The peg came out of his arm instead of the hand, so what I'm thinking about is just putting this in my teeth and pulling it out. Maybe you could use some other type of tool to do it. Well, this peg is in here very tightly. I already broke one toy this weekend. If you watch my previous video, you'll see that. And I'm not going to force myself to take these off. These hands, while I'm on it, are made out of pliable material, pliable plastic. So they're kind of soft and they actually feel nice. So just use your imagination. The only thing I was going to do was put these hands on them and then have them like put the hand on the belt, both hands on the belt. Would be a cool look, but the only thing I could think to suggest is getting something flat, like a little tiny flathead screwdriver, and scooping it out. Right now I have this butter knife handy, but I'm not gonna do it. You get the picture. To let you see, his body underneath is more than likely made out of black plastic, if that interests you on any level, but that's what he looks like without that cuff on right there. To let you see, this is something like what I was trying to get him to do with those other hands. But the last thing for me to show off, this cod piece is movable right there. And if you're interested in, that's what his Darth butt looks like. And he has this tag underneath of there. And here is a close-up on that back of the belt right here. So, it's cool. Everything's cool. To reiterate, this is one of the best $20 purchases I've ever made. Even if I paid full price for it, like I said, this thing is spectacular, awesome, way above my expectations. The joints are nice and tight. They aren't like loose like some other bigger figures I've played with recently with all this articulation. It's just great. The only things I can complain about is the hands are hard to get off the peg. It's hard to rotate the joint down there as far as ankle pivot and whatnot. And his outfit does hinder his articulation a little bit, but it's Darth Vader. How flexible does Darth Vader need to be? He's never been portrayed as being like a super over-the-top gymnastic person. I can also complain about the neck articulation or the helmet articulation. Like, I wish it had a different design. I wish it had a basic type neck with the hinge up underneath of there some type of way. But for what this thing is and how much it costs, even at full price, I can fully recommend this. It's a huge figure. It's like I said, it's 12 inch. It's not the size of a regular Black Series figure. I hope people pay attention. I like it. Go buy it. And maybe buy another figure in a series. But anyway, if you like this video, don't leave without clicking the like button. Don't leave without subscribing. If you want to see more stuff from me, just on a regular basis like pretty much daily, follow me on Instagram at tman978. Follow me on Twitter at tman978. I'm pretty much just type tman978 on Google and everything should pop up. And of course, I'm going to have all those links to my social media in the description below. Until next time, tman978 out of here.